Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about ATEEZ of the World EP.2 OUTLAW album, but first, I must give you the warning that I've decided I'm going to give, because people seem to like it if I don't like an album, when I give a warning in advance that I don't like an album, and if I don't give the warning, people get mad. So this is your warning, okay? I didn't like this album very much. You've been warned, officially, which means I don't want to hear that I was too mean to this album. I don't want to hear that I was too harsh on this album. If anything, my score is too generous for this album. So, I don't want to hear it. You've been warned. If you've decided to stay, you have to suffer the consequences. Anyway, just to go over how this is going to work. I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give you the album score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have some disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, in spite of the fact this album came out at 9 p.m. last night, I was essentially unconscious by the time I finished these notes. Like, I was weirdly tired. So we're filming today, but I'm still only one listen in, so my opinions on all of these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is, of course, my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Alrighty, now that we have that out of the way, we can get started. And first up, we technically have my favorite song, which is This World. And I feel like the driving proponent of this song for why I liked it is the vibes. This song is giving dark and creepy, and I love a dark, creepy moment. That said, the song itself isn't really doing all that much. Like, the verses are fine, but they aren't really doing a ton. The chorus is giving in terms of vibes, because again, dark and creepy, always here for dark and creepy. But I don't feel a ton listening to it at the same time. Don't get me wrong though, I did still enjoy this song. Like, there are songs out there that don't really need to do a lot that I can enjoy, and I feel like this is one of them. I feel like this is a song where it's not doing very much, but what it does do I enjoy, and I enjoyed the song. Also, as an opener, it is quite slayful. I've obviously since listened to the album, but at the time of me listening to this opener, I was really excited to see if the album was going to be this dark, creepy vibe type of thing, or at least the title. And again, I am obviously, having listened to the album, aware of the fact that it is not. But at the time that I took these notes, it made me very excited for the rest of the album, and it does get extra credit for that because that's what I want your opener to do. On to the next song, which is Dune, and it's fine. It's fine. It's not the best thing I've ever heard, but it's not the worst song on the album either. But it is entirely the chorus's fault that I didn't like this album. Let's just say I wasn't all that into it. Like, it was not for me. I didn't like the verses either all that much, but I really didn't like the chorus. That said, I loved the pre-chorus to this song. It was so good. If the entire song had had the energies of this pre-chorus, I would have been in heaven. Unfortunately, that's not what we got. What we got is an excellent pre-chorus and a less than stellar song. Okay, we have officially reached the title track, Bouncy, parentheses, K-Hot Chili Peppers, and I knew the minute I saw the song title it was gonna suck. Like, you know when songs just have a title, and you can get everything you need to from the title? This is one of those things. I saw the title and I was like, oh, this song's gonna suck. And not to spoil my thoughts, but let's just say I wish I was less correct. Some context before we talk about this song, though. I am an old ATEEZ stan, and I mean that in several ways. First, I got into ATEEZ before they debuted. I watched their KQ Boys show. It was an experience. But also, I'm a former ATEEZ stan, like in the sense of I'm an old ATEEZ stan, because, hear me out, I really liked them early on, right? Like, this is far from the only ATEEZ album I have a copy of. But then their music got less my style that I enjoy. So I stopped listening to it, and slowly but surely, like, things just dropped off. And then they released Halazia. And I love Halazia. Like, I still, to this day, will bop to Halazia because it's so good. Which made me very excited to see, like, oh, are they going to go back in the trend of Halazia and be like, oh, we're going to release songs that Simon enjoys? They did not. Like, I think I'd call this their worst title. I really think I'd be willing to say that. At least it's like top 2 or 3 worst ATEEZ titles, if not number 1. Because I just could not stand this song. Taking these notes was such an emotional and physical struggle. Like, it was so bad. Like, in this song, there's usually 1 or 2 things in a song that I enjoy. I don't think I enjoyed anything in this song. I really don't. Like, just right off the bat, okay? They keep doing these weird effects, whether it's in the verses or in the second half of the chorus. That one kills me. But they do these weird effects to the voices, and I hate them. I hate them so much. I don't know whose idea it was, but they need to be fired from the music industry immediately. The verses are also kind of ass. Like, the second one in particular is just horribly bad. I hate it. I hate it so much, I can't fucking stand it. And speaking of things being just bad, this chorus is potentially one of the worst things I've ever heard in music. And I'm only like 10% exaggerating when I say that. I'm very serious because it is like atrociously bad, and it was a struggle to get through this chorus every single time. Big picture, I hate this song. I really do. This song fills me with an indescribable level of rage to the extent that not only do I not want this song to do well, I want it to actively fail to the extent that KQ Entertainment goes bankrupt. That's what I want. That's what I want from this song. This song has made me a KQ Entertainment anti. I hope they have to declare bankruptcy. Moving on, next up we have Django, and I will say it's pretty good, but also coming off that title, not hating it is a win. But let's actually discuss the song, okay? Starting with positives, I really like the background music. I thought it was cool for the most part. There were various points I didn't really like, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. And also, the pre-chorus is great. As for the chorus itself, it's not that bad. I just think it needs time to grow on me. Like, I think I just need to listen to it a few more times, and then I'll really be into it. But as of right now, I'll say it's decent to good, but not really for me as of yet. The verses, though, that's the part that needs work. I've noticed this trend. Maybe this is just a me thing that I've noticed, or maybe this is something other people have noticed. I don't know. But I've noticed that the verses are always consistently substantially worse than any other part of ATEEZ's songs. Like, the verses always need so much more work. Maybe it's just a me thing that only I've noticed, but I've noticed this is a trend. Like, this is not the only song, this is not the only album where this is the case. ATEEZ verses always seem like they need that little extra oomph. Even if the song has, like, a great chorus, the verses are always, like, 2 tiers lower. And I'll let you insinuate what you will when I think a song has a bad chorus. Anyway, our next song is Wake Up, and there is a version of me that would have loved this song. There is. I will not deny it. There's a version of Simon who would have gone off to this song, who would have unabashedly jammed his heart out to it. Unfortunately, that version died several years ago. Like, this song just screams something that I would have loved in 2016, and I've evolved since then. I feel like I've gotten a lot better taste in music since 2016. The bestie can attest to this because we share an Apple Music. She knows my taste has evolved and grown substantially, and this song just feels like something I would have loved back then. However, even 2023 Simon will say this chorus slays. The rest of the song, though, like, it's fine. I don't really have any complaints about it, unlike other songs on this album. Like, I have nothing really to say, but I just wasn't the biggest fan either. Okay, last but not least, we have Outlaw, and it's something. It's definitely something, and I'm gonna let you interpret that statement as you wish. Like, it's not awful, but it's not great either. The chorus kind of annoys me. It does. The verses, as always, need work, and the bridge is just bad. Like, it is. It's just bad, but, like, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I just have no real exciting things to say about this song either. The one good thing that I will point out is the pre-chorus. I feel like ATEEZ pre-choruses, specifically on this album, have pretty much always been the best part of every song. Even the title, the pre-chorus, is the least unbearable part. So I need them to think about that when they make their next album. I need them to take it to account. I need basically, whoever does the pre-chorus, I need them to do the whole song. But that's all I got. So I guess it's score time, and overall, I'm giving this album a 5 out of 10. I really am. It's not good. Like, it's not good. I didn't enjoy really any song. There's one song that I could stand, and then another song that I think is going to grow on me, and then the others I need to not exist. I do. I didn't like them, especially the title. The title is just awful. Like, deserves to be rotting in the bowels of hell level awful. It's terrible, and I can't stand it. So yeah, 5 out of 10, and that feels a little generous. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. Let me know what your least favorite song is. I feel like that's going to be a more fun thing. Let me know your least favorite song. But you can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at @s_albumreviews. I'll link that in the description, along with every other ATEEZ review that I have done, so you can check all those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!